Hello, guys. I'm here with Akshat. You're a senior this year, right?
Yep.
Can you tell us more about yourself?
All right, so I'm a senior here at UW as well. I'm a computer science major as well, just like Justin, and we're roommates. And while I like understanding some of the technical stuff, I'm someone who enjoys something that's easy to use. I've always valued that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what we're going to show you today is this project we've been working on with Google. It's called IoTriage. It's basically a network vulnerability mitigation tool. So basically, it looks at your network. Um, it looks at you put in information to this web app, and it looks at your network and shows you any vulnerabilities you have on your network. And it's supposed to be done in a way where um, it's very intuitive, very easy to follow, to know like what vulnerabilities that you do have. So yeah, so today we have a prototype, and we just want to get your opinions on it so we can have a better idea of what we want to do with this IO triage product going forward. So yeah, let me show you the product.
All right.
Yeah, so this is our prototype, as you can see. Yeah, so our network right now is that. If you want to go through it, because
Sure. Yeah, just to understand it.
yeah.
So I can see this is your early prototype,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the target. I believe this is the port number, or is this the? This whole thing is the IP address. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we're trying to see like you would be inputting that. Yeah.
All right. So if I scan the network, it's running it behind. It has a nice user interface, I can already say. That's good. So far, zero vulnerabilities.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this UI we have?
I like it so far, yes. You can see some of the stuff that is actually being done over here. But for most people, at least for me, I also like seeing like a higher level overview, which just gives me a good hand of seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it actually scans it, let's see. See 12 devices. And you see there are 4 critical issues, 2 high risk. And that's also nice to see, like, otherwise, a lot of times when you do these kind of tests, you get like a lot of issues together at the same time, which can overwhelm you.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that this like splits it apart into like different levels. I guess that's why it's a triage.
Yeah.
And the different levels that is definitely like a solid thing to have. It helps me understand like what is the number one thing I need to start working on, and what's number 2 and 3, because low risk problems would probably not be the ones I have to worry too much about for a moment.
Yeah, and as you can see, it says you have 12 devices found, 4 critical, 2 high risk, 3 medium. What do you think about what these pop-ups are saying? Like, do you understand what they mean, or?
That's what I would have said. Like, I think so far this is using like a mock address, if I'm not wrong, or is it like our actual IP?
It would be your your actual IP address, and these should show the vulnerabilities that you have for different devices on your network.
Well, again, like some of them are like somewhat intuitive. Like this says high vision cam front door, so if you have that front door camera, you would know what it means. Similarly, this literally says baby monitor. Plus, there's like an image next to it, so that helps you a little bit to figure out exactly what it is. So these two are pretty easy to understand. Gateway local, I'm not really sure what that stands for.
Yeah. What would you do differently? Like, what would you want this prototype to show differently in terms of what it displays for what your vulnerabilities are?
Maybe to have like the actual device name instead of just like the name that has been in its like in its address.
Yeah.
Like you can like use this to convert it into something which is a little bit more user friendly instead of something which has these dashes in the middle. Something more user. I mean, you should still have this because this will help people who are more technical understand it.
Yeah.
But having the actual like a simplified name next to it would help someone who's not as technical or someone who like me likes something simple to see and immediately get my hands on, that would definitely help a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about this? That we've categorized it by critical, high risk, medium, low.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think that's definitely a good thing to have, because it helps you understand what is the most important vulnerability you need to start working on solving.
And what do you think would be make it more intuitive for these pop-ups to show like which um, device that it's representing that has a vulnerability?
Yeah, maybe like the model or like the name of the company that made it. I feel that would help a lot.
Yeah.
Like over here, you do see the individual address of that particular device, which is nice. But the thing is, like a lot of times you don't want to like figure out which device has it, especially if you have like multiple devices by the same company. And if all those are connected over the internet to the same network, then you might be confused if they give a bunch of different pop-ups at the same time.
Yeah.
So if that can be simplified a little bit more, instead of just using, I mean, obviously the IP address is the identifier, so that should be there. But there should also be like, I mean, it could help having something which is a little bit more user-friendly, like the name and the model.
Yeah, maybe like a picture.
Like a picture too, yeah.
Is that like maybe you could register all your devices beforehand? Maybe it's an idea, but again, it's supposed to be a very simple. Maybe a user doesn't want to do all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely something we gotta work on. Just making more obvious what the making known what the vulnerable device is and showing that. So some questions for you. What comes to mind when you think of network vulnerability?
From my understanding, it is something that attackers can use to influence what you have on your devices over the network. So they can hijack like requests that you're sending over the network and give like falsified data that can make things more difficult for you, or like they can do like a DOS attack. And these things would prevent you from using your device. They could also like get access to your content, like do a confidentiality attack, change like your files and systems, and whatever they feel like, if they have like access over the internet, if that's not protected.
And have you ever checked if your network has vulnerabilities? And
No, actually, that's
Never?
one thing I've never done before.
is that would you say you wish you had, or is that something you would do if you had a product for that?
If I had like a simplified product like this, for sure, I would definitely be interested in like easily figuring out my network vulnerabilities. Because right now, like, I mean, I've never looked this up. There might be something, but it's usually like a very complicated thing to get your hands on, and it also like is very. It has a steep learning curve to understand what is actually going on. So this would help you a lot to get like the initial like quick bits of information that we need to actually like start solving the problem.
Yeah. And how often would you use like a device product like this?
Maybe like once a month.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. Let's see, like if your network provider message you with an email or a phone through the phone that your network is not secure, what would you do personally?
I won't lie. Usually, if I get a message like this, I would usually assume it's spam, because a lot of spam messages come in a similar light.
But like your actual network provider.
If my actual network provider did, I would not know what to do to solve it, so I would just have to call them up and ask them like how I can solve it. So there's less like me actually putting my hands on it, and then have to like ask IT to try to help me figure that out.
Yeah, so you don't want to like deal with that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You like how worried are you that other people like have unauthorized access to your network? How worried are you that you have vulnerable devices?
The thing is, I've never had to deal with any issue personally yet, but that doesn't mean that there's never going to be an issue. There can always be something that affects my network.
Yeah.
And the fact that if my network is vulnerable, someone can have access to all my data is definitely like a scary thought.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to happen.
Yeah. Another question: if like a security app informs you that, let's say, port 1024 in your smart device is open or unsecure, what would you do? Would you even know what port 1024 is?
Not really. I would not know what
Yeah.
it stands for. I would not know like exactly what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I did know what the problem was, like I would not know how to solve that kind of an issue, without like maybe possibly making it worse. So
Yeah. So
my go-to would probably be calling like an IT service to like help me understand how to figure it out from like
Yeah.
the provider.
exactly. That's why we're trying to make this more intuitive, very easy to understand. Yeah. What would the perfect tool look like for you to clear your doubts about network security?
I feel like maybe with the prototype you could have like like an information icon just to tell exactly like what that problem is.
Mm-hmm.
That could help me understand a little bit. Now again, like some people might have more idea about network vulnerabilities than others.
Yeah.
Like some people have no idea what it means. Like some people like me might have like a semi idea, like they know like some of the terms, but they don't know how to fix it. They don't know anything about like what it's actually affecting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have people who might not know anything about it, or people who know a lot about it. And the people who know not a lot about it might want a little bit more information. So having like an information icon you can click and get like some more information on it.
Yeah.
That could be a good thing without overloading the actual page.
Yeah. And given you seeing the prototype and me explaining to you what it does, describe to your best understanding what IoTriage does.
Based on my understanding, it
Yeah.
scans a network you provide, which should usually be your network,
Mm-hmm.
and it uses that scan to detect any vulnerabilities and display it out in a user-friendly format.
Yeah, and also it's supposed to list steps to help you solve those vulnerabilities as well.
That's good, yeah. Instead of just providing the problems, the solutions
Mhm.
along with it is a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna have a clearer view of the prototype and how he's gonna work through it. So, yeah, go ahead and scan the network again.
All right, let's see.
So, how do you feel about all these things?
Messages, yeah.
Do you understand what those mean?
Some of it, but again, I don't really know like what this is doing, what some of these messages are, why they're different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's like something on the side that tells you like a key that tells you what everything means a little bit better, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so we already talked about these pop-ups and how they can be improved. If you actually go into these, the pop-ups, they show you more information on it, like such as the IP address, MAC address, all this stuff to make you help you identify what the device is, and you can see the vulnerabilities if you want to go through that.
All right, so this is the gateway local, which has this. Now, one thing that does confuse me is like, is gateway local like a network or a device or something? I'm not really sure what that is.
Yeah.
But if I did know what it was, then the rest of it does look good. I think it's a router, if based on what I'm seeing here.
And there is more information here, like down here. But yeah, this could definitely be more intuitive. Yeah, so you can look at the vulnerabilities. Do you want to go through those?
Sure, yeah.
You can click on them if you can tell.
And they have like an assistant that can tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, that's nice.
Was that obvious, like that you could click on them, or no? Would you say?
Having the blue link does make you feel like it's a clickable link, so that's good. Like clicking on it, but when you think of a link, you think about clicking it and open like a new tab.
Yeah, yeah. Would it be better if you had like a bigger button or something?
Yeah, I think a button would be a better thing than a link here, because that would help you understand that this is what connects you to open the AI assistant.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about with the vulnerability of the cards? Like, do you think they're easy, user friendly, or just a bunch of technical?
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of technical jargon, honestly. But the thing is, if I look this up, it can tell what exactly is it. So having a chatbot around that's connected to the app does help a lot. because people who know a lot about technical aspects of things could probably figure it out pretty easily. But someone who doesn't have as much experience using security vulnerability software, this is something a little new to me. And yeah, let me see another one, for example. So this one is a little bit easier to understand because this one we know is the front door camera. And we can see the manufacturer's Hikvision. And vulnerabilities here are a lot easier to understand. There's like a command injection, which again, like I have some idea what that is, but it does explain what it is. It allows your remote attackers to execute commands with privileges based on request, and those privileges give them access to the device as if they were the root user. So that is good to see. However, someone who has no idea about any of these jargon would be completely confused as to what is this problem, and it's like it's really scary to put it right up front. But when I click this, let's see if that can help me understand a little better. Yes, this is so much better, for example, because this one can help anyone understand exactly what it does, like watch a camera feed, add your camera to a network, use it as an entry point. So this is something that can give them an exact idea of how this vulnerability can affect them, which is something what people would care about a lot more than just knowing like 100 different vulnerabilities that could exist.
Would you do something like put that information in the cards for the vulnerabilities, or
I think that could be one of the things done.
what would you recommend?
I mean, personally, I'd say that the one you see on the display should be the easier version. And once you click on a link, it can give you the more complicated jargon version of it.
I see.
That's the way I would understand it better, because I would first want to see like a good overview, because right now if you have like 20 different vulnerabilities, to like see all of them, I'd have to click the link and then wait for this to load. And 20 different times, that might take a lot more effort than just like looking at the website as it is.
Is there anything else you want to say about this prototype, or?
Just going through it. Let's see another one, baby monitor. Again, it makes sense what it is. You can see the vulnerabilities. But yeah, so I'd say that's pretty much the only thing that I would have to say about it.
All right, we'll definitely take all your input into account, and we'll show you the final product.
All right.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see. Thank you.